Some 911 calls are desperate cries for help, but others reveal something far more sinister. In this case, a woman calmly admitted to a brutal crime, leaving dispatchers stunned. What started as a disturbing confession quickly unraveled into a tragic case of a toxic relationship gone too far. Let's dive into the chilling details of what really happened. 911 calls usually mean someone is in danger, but in this case, it was already too late.
I got into a physical altercation with.
What just happened?
Just now.
Where are you?
I'm driving. I couldn't leave because he put his hands on me. I couldn't deal with it.
Okay, where did you shoot him?
I have no idea.
Who is he? Is he a boyfriend, a husband?
Yes, he's my boyfriend of 7 years.
Okay, and so you are, it looks like you were on a freeway right now. Where are you headed?
I'm heading to a family member.
Where did you shoot him? Like at what?
I have no idea.
You picked up a gun and you held it at him. Did you shoot him in the chest?
I
Did
don't
you shoot
know
him in
where.
the leg?
I don't know where.
Okay.
I don't know where.
And you said he was being physical with you?
Yes.
Laura Flores from Arizona made a disturbing call to the police, admitting she had just shot her boyfriend, Corey Wilson.
And what is his name?
Corey Wilson.
When is his birthday? 1982. Okay. How long have you guys been fighting today?
We've been fighting for months. It's an ongoing thing.
Okay. Have you guys been physical with each other before?
Yes.
Okay. Was he talking or anything after you shot him? Did he say anything to you?
Yes.
What was he saying?
The only thing he said was like, please call 911.
But the creepiest part, she added, "I've said too much already."
That we are doing that. I need to make sure you're okay. Also, though, if you're in a domestic violence situation, I want to make sure you're okay.
Please.
Can you give me your name?
Please. Just check on him, please.
What is your name?
I've said so much already.
You sent what?
I've said so much already. I have to call my attorney.
I know, but
I can't do this. I just want you to check on him.
Okay.
And make sure he's okay.
We
please.
can check on him. I just want to be able to notate your name in the call. What is your name?
I don't even want to say.
Okay, if you don't tell me, and then look, I have one other question with you. The gun that you had, is it like a handgun, a rifle? What kind of gun was it that he was shot with?
Can you just please check on him? How far the police are? How far are
I told you that officers are en route right now. We are going to be checking on him. Can you please tell me what kind of gun he was shot with?
When officers arrived, they found Wilson barely alive, lying in a pool of blood. He had been shot multiple times in the upper torso. Though paramedics rushed him to the hospital, he didn't survive. Meanwhile, Flores had already fled the scene.
Someone want to double check the numerics?
Deputy Police Department.
He's still breathing.
You see him?
Break. He's breathing. He's moving.
Don't move, brother.
Let me glove up.
Corey.
Corey, man, we're coming to help.
Hey, we're going to see you right now. Is there anybody else in here? Can you shake your head? Corey.
He lifted his head up. No, it's back. All right, let's move up. Let's move up.
Investigators quickly pieced things together. Bullet holes were scattered around different rooms, and spent cartridges were found in the kitchen, hallway, and front door area. This wasn't a single gunshot in self-defense. Wilson had tried to escape, but Flores kept shooting. Flores was eventually tracked down at her brother's house using her phone.
If you're not a current client of them, that you've already paid them money, they're not going to call you back. They'll do it during normal business hours and probably have a paralegal do it to figure out what's going on. And until you actually retain them, then, they're probably not going to do anything. I don't know. So I was honestly going to give it till 7 o'clock, which is in 1 minute, and then I was just going to move forward and figure out what our game plan is going to be. So still waiting on some other things to happen. You know, we still haven't even gone into the house yet to process anything. So we're still kind of waiting, because I'm waiting for a judge, because the warrant system is down. So I need a warrant to go in there. We're doing a warrant for your, is it brother's place over there as well. So we're just trying to make sure everything's kind of in a row. So I mean, would you like, if I give it another 10 minutes for this guy, and then if not, would you like to, you know, Google another attorney? I don't know what you'd like to do.
It is Friday.
I know.
So that's the hard part, but I do want to speak to an attorney.
Okay.
I don't know of any attorneys that work on the weekend.
I mean, a lot of these have answering services and stuff, but I don't know if there's like a 24/7 attorney or whatever.
When officers arrested her, she refused to answer questions and repeatedly said she needed to call her attorney.
Has anybody told you anything?
I don't know anything.
Okay. I'll just be honest with you. He's dead.
No, it's
Okay.
not.
He is.
No, it's not.
So,
I don't believe that.
well, I'm a homicide detective, so that's why I'm here. They pronounced him deceased probably about 2.5 hours ago.
I don't know if I believe you.
Well, I wouldn't lie to you. Not about something this serious. So,
She later claimed Wilson had been abusive, threatening her with a gun and physically hurting her before. However, while police found old bruises on her, there were no fresh injuries, suggesting a recent fight. Friends of Wilson also came forward, saying he had been trying to leave the relationship and had even told them, "If I end up dead, it's because she shot me." The night before the shooting, Flores texted her family, asking them to pick up her kids because she had been drinking. This made investigators question whether the attack was planned. At first, she was charged with first-degree murder, which could have meant life in prison. But after a plea deal, she admitted to manslaughter and was sentenced to 19 years behind bars. This case is a chilling reminder that toxic relationships can turn deadly. The signs were there, but no one could have predicted how tragically it would end. Justice was served, but was it enough? Let us know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.